Yo, 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 what is up, chat? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Thank you all so much for coming by. How you all doing? Okay. We got some business to attend to. Hope you're all doing good. What up, Jodo? What up, Coffee? What up, Boom Baby? Hey, Fairmaid. What up, Miss Sean? What up, Evie? Welcome, everybody. Let me get logged in here. Boom. I hope you're all doing good. I'm doing very well, thank you. Doing good. Oh. God damn it. Give me a sec. I hope you're all doing good. Today we have some interesting stuff to go through, and we will also be opening up the voice chat if you do want to get involved in sharing any of your ideas. Now, today is going to be a bit of a shorter stream just because basically there was a bit of an incident that happened. Mini Kaz ran straight into a pole. Yeah, she's not the brightest spark sometimes. She ran straight into a pole and knocked one of her teeth out. But it was like hanging. It was slightly wobbly anyway. It was about time it was going to come out. But so because of this, I have been in an emergency dentist with her all day. Yeah, it was a baby tooth. Thank God. But I've been in an emergency dentist with her today, and she had to have it removed. Which was literally they just numbed it a little bit and then just gave it a slight little like adjustment, and it just straight out. So it wasn't a big deal, but of course she's very stressed about it all. So I promised her a chilled evening. So I thought I'd just hop on because I wasn't able to get live last night. I had a different family matter to attend to. It's been a lot, but I'm here. And we're gonna go through our normal server meeting. Now, what I was thinking was going forward, we might do server meetings as a probably more of like a weekly thing. So maybe we have a set day or we schedule it, because at the moment we've just done it each stream, right? We obviously can't do that. We're going to have streams going forward especially after today. We're actually going to be building the server up, and that's what most of the content is then going to be. Playing the game, building the world up, and putting all these plans in place, basically. So, when it comes down to meetings and sitting down and just talking about everything, it's going to be boring to do that every single stream. So I think we maybe set a day, maybe we make that like a bit of a Sunday stream or something, where we just come on for a couple of hours, we just talk, share some ideas, and do what we normally do here. So I've got a couple of things to talk about today, as well as obviously share some of the chats that I've had with some of you guys over the last kind of few days or whatever. So yeah. What up, chat tree? Good to see you. Kids will be kids indeed. Yeah, it looked a lot worse than what it was because of like blood and stuff. But once they had cleaned it up, it basically just completely knocked out of place and it fell out. It was simple, but bless her, she was traumatized by it. So, but anyway. As I mentioned, the voice chats will be opening, so if you want to share any ideas at all, head into the voice chats waiting room, and I will drag you in for a chat. So let's get down to some of the things we've been talking about and thinking about. We are pretty much focusing on building the world up now, and that is going to include kind of finishing this starting area, or at least expanding this starting area, to ensure that all the way down to the beach is going to be built up. That's going to be our next kind of project, because then once we finish this starting area, we can essentially start working our way down and build all of this area up as well. Now, a few things that we have thought about has been things like a delivery center, like a collection point. Oh, I think the server is about to bug. I think the server is about to bug. That's what these trees did that last time, and then the server like cut out. Yeah, it's it's so weird. It's so weird. Yeah, I think we might be getting a quick server restart in a second. Don't know why it does this. This is definitely an in-game thing, a pocket pair side thing, because that's wild. Hey guys, thanks again for the server. I made level 24 last night so far. Cool. Tons of pal friends as well. Let's go, yeah, sure, you're more than welcome. I've been loving it. It's been super fun. Obviously, we kind of got past some of those original teething issues that we had, but it's all working out, right? It's all getting better day by day. That's all we got to do. We just take it bit by bit. Now, other than just some of the builds that we got to do, we've been talking recently about some of the ways to run shops and all of that kind of thing. So I think we'll probably dedicate certain meetings or certain streams to setting some of these things up. Really get the ball rolling. So that's probably how we're going to proceed past today's stream. Now, one of the really cool things I've been working on is I've actually been working with a mod developer. And the mod developer is essentially going to be assisting us with our own mods. Now, these are server-side mods, so you won't be able to come in with your own mods because it's still against the rules, and Pocket Pair still has their anti-cheats on. But essentially, it would be controls for an admin. Now, if you don't know, there is a way in-game to become an admin. Now, what this allows me to do, let me show you an example. But I've got to hide my screen because I've got to enter a password. And if I show the password, everyone's an admin. Give me just 1 second. Boom. So now, as you can see on the left, you can enter an admin password. It went very quick, but it would essentially then give whoever has the admin control, which would pretty much only be me unless we start to bring on people who are actually going to help run stuff, but that's very risky. So we'll probably have moderators with certain admin controls, but in terms of world controls, you know, it's going to take some doing. But what these admin controls will allow, or what some of these server mods will allow, is us to be able to have a lot more control over the entire world, over the whole server. I was having a rough time trying to catch that electric dude on the island. Searched for hours, found only one, but not the right one. Yeah, well, we find less pals in this server. The pal spawn rate is lower than standard, but I think that makes it more fun. It's kind of how I wanted Palworld to be in the first place. I felt like before, oh yeah, this server is definitely about to bug out. Look how weird all the trees look. I don't know if you can see that as clear as I can, but you can see it through the floors. Look at this. Look at this. This is crazy. Yeah, I think we're probably due a server restart any minute. But some of these server controls will allow a lot of things, such as, I don't want to blow the word up as an admin, I did that in Craftopia. Yeah, so we would be it may only be me who would have the admin controls, but the admin controls will allow some really awesome things to make our server better, such as being able to destroy other people's PAL boxes. Now, of course, that is something that should hopefully never need to be used, but if there's any abandoned bases, we would have control over them. Because right now, we're in a tough situation where if a base gets abandoned, we would have to enable a setting where if someone in a guild doesn't log in for a set amount of time, we can set the time, if someone in a guild doesn't log in, or a guild has nobody that logs in, so say you're in a guild on your own, right? And you don't log in for that amount of time, it would reset your guild. That then gives us access to destroy a power box. Now, the problem with that is if you go on holiday for a week, 2 weeks, whatever it is, then where you could come back and your guild's been reset, and we don't want to do that, right? So this new way of doing it would allow us a lot more control and a lot of ways to maintain and keep the world tidy and that kind of thing. The other things it would allow is our own anti-cheat. And what comes with that, obviously mods are very powerful, especially on a game like Palworld where it's not developed the best in terms of anti-cheats and things. It would allow us to have our own anti-cheat. And we can set what is considered cheating, what's not, which would be super useful. But we can also do it for rule breaks. And the mod would be programmed in a way where if something was to happen that we have, strictly says can't happen, we can automatically trigger warnings, kicks, bans, that kind of thing. So that would be super nice. This would essentially just mean that there'd be less policing that need to be done, and also a kind of all-seeing eye that helps us maintain the server. What up, Big Toe Dan? How you doing, bro? So, just some super useful stuff. Now, I do have an example of one of them here, which I'm going to try. This may not work. This may not work at all. But I'm going to give it a try. Okay. Let's try this. No. It's almost there, though. It's not a failed command. It's not a failed command. What if we tried, Wait, I got an idea. What if we tried this way? Maybe I was meant to do it here. But this is, let's try this. No. Okay. It recognizes the command, but it doesn't quite work yet. But that's the kind of thing we're going to be able to do. And it won't be used to help any players unfairly or for anyone with those kind of admin controls to have any kind of advantage or shortcuts in the world. It would purely be to help moderate and help maintain the world. So that's going to be super cool. And also those mods could allow us to do extra things as well. For example, one that I thought would be quite cool is to develop our own HUD. I thought it would be quite cool. So we could adjust what we see, kind of when you see around the screen. And I quite like the idea of having a mini-map. Just tiny things like that. They're not big changes, but it could make us stand out from, just to add a bit more cool choices within the world. Now, the other thing that we have been kind of considering is these controls would allow us to teleport to bases, destroy bases, all that kind of stuff. Which is the main one. I think that's the main one we need. Because I'm curious right now. Let me go check something. People are hatching Anubises, but not capturing, I don't believe. Because he's like level 47, right? And he's a beastie level 47. I don't know what the highest level in the server is right now. If I was to guess, I'd probably say about 40. So that would be a hell of a fight. So yeah, a lot of cool ideas and things that we're gonna be trying to work on. I think our own anti-cheat would be incredible. 40-ish, yeah. Yeah, I think our own anti-cheat would be absolutely incredible. And one of the cool ideas that we had for the mods was to have our own way to place assets. I think that would be super cool. It would give us more customization over the entire world. But yeah, this base is still abandoned right now. So yeah, you know, just some small changes that I think would help us, you know. I sadly haven't been able to play much because I've been busy as hell. Hey, it's all good, it's all good. And that's the problem with, hey, we got, I don't like that you can't see people's names when they're on pals. Like, it just says, like, the pal and the guild. Hey, what do I hate the way the chat is on the left. Oh, that's the other thing as well. The chat sucks, right? This chat is terrible. If you talk too much or use any admin controls, as you can see, everything gets cut off. The chat goes terrible. And also you can only type one line at a time, and if it goes too far, it just cuts it off, even though it allows you to type it. So we had an idea of having a mod that affects that chat. Gives you multiple lines to talk. Hey, Chicky. Gives you multiple lines to talk. Gives you, you know, maybe it stays up on the screen for longer. Whatever it is. So yeah, a lot of cool things to think about. And if you have any ideas for anything that you would like to see that is not necessarily in the game right now, that's another thing that you could consider sharing as an idea, because that could be something that we may not be too far away from being able to do. Yeah. So, got a gift for me? Hey, check you out. Appreciate you, bro. Wow! First one's for you. Legend, check you out with your grinding. So yeah, the next big thing we're gonna be doing is building. I'm ready. I have a couple of farms set up currently for logs and stone. Because that will that's the main thing we're gonna need. Yeah, Joda's going to give me a hand with the building as well. And so building-wise, we need the most ideas for right now, because that is going to be the next thing we are going to be doing. That will also be done on and off stream. So you may come back one day and see that there's been some changes done. Now, there is an interesting idea. And Joda, this will be relevant to you. I have been doing some research on some mods, because obviously I can't do any mods because I'm technically not the... I may be the owner of the server in terms of like our community, but technically the owner of the server is Berrybyte, right? So Berrybyte would have to install server mods for us to use them, kind of thing. And so I thought the best way to get some ideas for what kind of mods would be helpful to our world would be to research mods. And there is actually a mod to reopen this, to remove those rocks. Which I kind of like the idea of. I do like the stairway we've built. Yeah. But technically it would just be a lot easier to be able to go through the gap. So things like that would be super useful, I think. And give us technically more space. Yeah, I love the building. If only I had all the materials right away. Well, technically, so this is the thing as well, right? I have been mainly off stream, or all off stream, but I have been completing Palbox missions to have a second base. I am going to be setting up some sort of area, or maybe I'll just do it like choose one of these little abandoned islands or something as a little like admin farm. Yeah, I could choose somewhere and just have a little admin farm. But now that I can have two bases, I'm going to be setting up like the ultimate farm just for building. So have like a bunch of ore mines, a bunch of, you know, log mine, tree ones, whatever they're called. And because that's technically all you need for everything in the game. How are you already level 34? While a lot of people have been slowing down their XP gain by worrying about things like bases and setting up farms, I have done nothing but travel. I got to 34 with a crossbow, which I was given. I got to about 30 with a 3-shot bow and cloth armor. So, if you just... I literally don't do anything but travel the world. So I've got 12 out of 12 on pretty much every POW I'm able to capture. That's the fastest XP. Yeah, capturing POWs. You know, now people got to 34 so fast. Just do nothing but capture POWs. Nothing. I have a lot of POWs. I'll get on in a minute to level up more. No worries, bro. Technically, all you need is around, like, level 18, because then you could do stone structures. But yeah, so that's going to be our next big project, is a lot of the building. I want to get this place kind of decorated more. I'd like to get a little bit more light input in. And then we can start working on the electric now. What level do I need? Like, look, I've got 150 technology points. Because I haven't unlocked anything. I've just been running. Just been running and leveling up. What level do I need for the generator? Oh, I can get it. Nice. So we can start setting up electricity. Which would be super sick. From personal experience, it's best to just have one or two of each type of farm and have enough transporters to keep them empty. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Personally, I have... The crazy thing is as well, is I've pretty much done it all with spheres I found on the floor. There is a crazy amount of spheres that if you just travel the map, you'll end up with like 50 extra spheres every time. Like from each island. There's so many. So then I just use all the spheres, top them up as I'm running around and finding them. Then I go home, craft... Like, I've only been using the standard spheres and some green ones. Use them again, like, stock up, go back out, do it all over again. There's not many POWs I don't have 12 out of 12 that I'm able to capture. Obviously, some of the level 55s and stuff I don't have. But in terms of pretty much any POW that's under, like, level 15 and under, I pretty much have them all and have 12 out of 12 on them. God, this bug is so weird. It's a bit creepy. Yeah, so, some of the ideas that we've shared over the last kind of few days and things are talking about how we're going to go about shops and things like that. Now, one thing I have been told is possible is texture changes. Which would mean, apparently it's actually pretty common. Apparently a lot of people do it in their single player games, where they change, for example, stone into a different type of wall. Like a modern wall. Apparently it's pretty common. Now this is something I want to explore, because I would love to change certain things to have like photos in the game, So we could put the, you know, the photo that we took when we all started. Could put that in the game, stuff like that. So that is definitely something I want to try and start rolling out. But yeah, we spoke about shops, which would go hand in hand with what I just said about the texture changes. That would be super useful. We've spoke about... What else we spoke about? One of the main things is the concern with any major setting changes. Now, one thing I will promise, and I have promised, is when it comes to major settings, they will never be changed without you guys knowing. When it comes to minor settings, for example, stamina reduction. If that was to go, I think we use like 0.7 right now or something like that. If that was to go from 0.7 to 0.6, I wouldn't necessarily let you guys know beforehand. It could just be for testing purposes and then we roll it back to 0.7. If anything was to change and we figure it's better, that's when then we would put a vote out. We'd put it back to what it was and put a vote out to see if people want it to happen. So, if you notice something has maybe changed in any way, you get slightly less resources from something or whatever, it doesn't mean it's going to stay that way. We could just be testing stuff. Realistically, if I was to inform the community anytime a setting was changed for 5 minutes and then was changed back, that's just... You're just going to get spammed up, you know? I pretty much barely... I barely do anything but mess around with settings, so... Also, is it just me or is my hands massive? My hands look huge. So yeah, building is where we're going to be going now. We have been speaking about a little dock down on the beach, little hangout area. And then I was also thinking of some sort of hotel, a restaurant, a few places that would have function. So for example, like a restaurant, if you want some higher end food, you could go there and technically like buy it, right? Yeah, so just some cool ideas. Hey, what up, Yashuan? Trying to find pals with certain skills, not a lot of luck. The RNG is terrible. Yeah, I'm really bothered right now. I find that you don't really need the certain skills until it comes to automations or like boss fights. Just for general life, like normal skills are kind of irrelevant, like you know, passives and stuff. I guess like things like the infinite stamina one is useful, but not enough to grind for it. You may as well kind of let it happen. So yeah, there's a lot of ideas bouncing around, but obviously there is just so much to do. Yeah, there's that one called infinite stamina, and I think it's like 50% more stamina or something. I've got a link for it here. I got a link for all the passive skills here. Where is it? Oh, I don't know if this has been updated. Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah. Yeah, infinite stamina is 50% to a rideable mount. So, like, that's good. That's useful. But, like, there's no point, like, trying to find it, right? Like, you may as well wait to get it, and then when you've got it, then spread that out to your other pals. That's the only kind of one that's particularly useful for exploring. Things like Swift and stuff will be good for a bit faster movement. But in general, it's not, you know, they're not crazy needed. Bosses and farms is where the passives particularly come in handy. Which I have done neither. So yeah, we've got a lot going on, and I didn't get to play much last night. I'm not going to get a chance to play much tonight. I will once Mini Kaz goes to bed. But then, yeah, it's just going to be straight onto building. So feel free to send me any ideas you have for builds. We're gonna really be pushing it now. Start to tidy this place up. By the way, I've got a weird little thing that I love doing, which is sliding here, jumping, gliding, and getting straight through the gap. I don't know why. I do it every time I come in here now. But yeah, so we got a couple of newbies added. A couple of newbies have joined the world. Some new friends. So keep an eye out. The pool of skills is a lot more now. I'm trying to find muscle heads so I can later use it for breathing. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. You just kind of need to find it once, right? And then once you've got it once, you can pretty much spread it across all your pals very easily from that point on. Which, if you need a breeding calculator, we do have them in the Palworld chat threads. So, I don't know how true this is, but apparently, Palworld's next update, obviously we don't know what content it's going to involve. I'm sure it's going to involve actual new content. Should new update maybe on Palworld? I don't know, I believe level 56 to level... the new update finishes at level 55. 55's current max. But apparently, Palworld's next update, other than content, because they kind of keep that pretty quiet. What up, Joda? Although, saying that, have you seen... Let me see if you've seen this. So recently... Bucky, if you don't know who Bucky is, he's a friend of the community and works over at Pocket Pair, was recently at an expo. Let me show you this. So Bucky was recently at an expo, the Bit Summit. And they had a Palworld display, which is super cool. I want one of these for the background. How sick would that look? But, as you see on the back here, can I zoom into this? Wait, let me save the picture and then we can zoom in. Okay. So, if you see, the background is all the pals in the game. Right? But take a look down here. We got a grayed out one. So there's definitely some more pals in the works, which obviously we knew. But it looks like another fire or dark pal is on the way. But yeah, we don't really know much about whatever the next update is going to be. But one thing we do know, or one thing we have been, there is a rumor going around that apparently the next update is going to be big for servers. As in, basically, they have realized that all of the public servers are essentially dead. Is that another one to just the left of it? Hold on, let me bring that picture back up. Whoop, leaked. Where the hell did it go? Oh, there. Potentially. It looks like a bit more color, though. What's got legs like that? I can't think what's... It does look like it's got a bit more color. It's less grey. Like, this is like, there's no defining factors to it at all, right? But this looks like a goat. This looks like legs of a goat. But yeah, super cool. Oh, yeah, it could be a Terra deer. Yeah, maybe. Is he on there? I'm not sure. Yeah, there is a new one though. Looks like some sort of variation between, it looks a bit like the, what's the little fire dude called? Yeah, I'm not sure, I'm not sure. Definitely an unconfirmed, pal. What this game needs is water slide assets, like a water, that would be sick. One of the new bosses, maybe? Not too sure, not too sure. Yo, I watched last stream and you said something about mod coins for currency. Yeah, I really like the idea of having the dog coins here. The dog coins for our currency in the game. They're pretty hard to get. They take a little while to grind up. And you could, you can still earn them, but then if we had players that traded them, did quests for them, all that sort of thing. I think it'd be quite fun. Because gold coins are too easy to get. That you'd have to make extortionate prices for anything to be hard to get. For example, if you go kill the black market guy, you get 16 grand. 13 or 16k. So that's just a little bit much. You'd have to, things would have to cost like 1 million coins to be hard to get. So you could, but I think coins are just too easy to get. But I'm not sure. We will definitely, that kind of thing will definitely be voted. But yeah, so apparently the next update is going to be pretty big for servers. They've realized that, there are already prices for everything and we don't need to make prices up. Well, yeah, but that's what I mean. And the prices for everything kind of suck compared to how easy money is to get. And then you would technically have two currencies, right? One you can use on market guys in the game and... Because technically, these dog coins are useless. Once you've brought those... Once you've brought a couple of things from the metal merchant, then that's it. It's like done. Yeah, so they've basically realized that the servers are dead. Majority of servers are dead. The official servers suck. The hacking is brutal. People getting other players' IP addresses. Like, it's insane. It's insane. So, apparently that is all getting fixed in the next one. But I guess we'll see. Maybe come 2025. Don't know. New power deck over 127. Oh yeah, I think it'd be sooner than that. I think our next big update would probably be what we in now. 7. I'd probably say maybe like October-ish. I reckon we'll get another update. The next time we get like a new island or new pals may not be at that time, but I'd say definitely before the end of the year. But I don't know. I don't know. Coins for basic resources like stone or wood, and dog coins for harder to get things. Maybe, or you could have both, right? You could say like 100 wood costs 1 dog coin, or 1,000 normal coins. Like you could maybe have like kind of do what you want, but it also gives players the option, right? Like it gives you the option to set prices if maybe you want gold. If you want in-game gold, then you could technically do that for your shop. It's just far too easy to get money. I think I got around 5 mil on my main. Dog coins and ammo will be the main currency for sure, yeah. Permanent stat increase potions? Yeah, they're good. But that's what I mean. If we've got a way to earn that money quick, what would you rather buy? Like... You could go and buy like a max bread pal, or you could go and buy like a stat potion. Like there's uses for both. Ladies Fairmaid, there is definitely uses for both. Okay. I just got the all clear. We are ready to start putting some tests for some server-side mods. This could be huge. Obviously, I'm a noob with this. We're going to take it very slow. We're going to be very careful. Everything be backed up. But this could be completely game-changing for us. Completely. Don't worry, it won't affect any of your guys' games. Everything will stay safe. If we do encounter any problems, we can, you know, restore it, fix it. It would be no issue at all. But we have got the all clear to start for some tests. So that could be super fun. The main thing I want is an anti-cheat. If you go to YouTube and type in Palworld mods, you should see what some people do in servers. You should see what some people do in servers. It is savage. One mod I seen was a guy who had like an aim, like, you know when in like FPS games you see like wall hacks where you can see like people running? They had that, but they had a one-shot PvP ability where they could kill somebody and they drop all of their PAL party and everything in their inventory. Even if the settings were set to don't drop anything, it makes them drop it all. They could destroy PAL boxes in one hit, as well as get every player's IP address at a click of a button. It scared the life out of me. I kind of wanted to kick you all out the server, I'm not gonna lie, and be like, no. No. Like, obviously I don't know if that was before Palworld's anti-cheat, but you know. So if we can get our own anti-cheat put in, a little bit more safety for all of our players. Obviously it is invite only, but we're also not that strict, so it wouldn't exactly be hard. Don't forget, Kaz, that you need to head into the cave to get the items for the status increase items, so that depends on a few things. Oh, what do you mean? Like the little flower things? But yeah, lots of interesting stuff. Oh, also, one of the biggest things I need to talk to you guys about. We need to start bringing on some server managers. And server managers, we already have 2. But server managers have the right to restart the server. And, you know, would essentially be like, would allow us to keep the server up 24/7. Just because, for example, I was away last night, the entire night. So, if, for example, and Zyda's on my time zone, so if me and Zyda are both away, and then Reaper's not about, nobody can restart the server. So, if you are interested and you want to help us kind of manage the server where you wouldn't really do anything other than be able to post the server status update and things like that. Let me not get sidetracked, but I got another point to make as well. But you would be able to restart the server. So we want to keep this server up 24/7. You get the Lotus. Yeah. You know, we want to be able to keep the server up 24/7, but we have to respect that not everybody is going to be around all the time. So if you want to be a part of the kind of managing squad, then please do let me know. I'm game to try and help, and I'm usually on a lot. Awesome. Why? If you could drop me a DM on Discord, and anybody else who is interested, feel free to let me know on Discord, and we can start, because I do it based on time zones mainly. So I want at least 2 from each time zone, at least until we can somehow set it up to automatically do it, where if the server goes down, it automatically restarts itself, which I am working on. But yeah, I think I can set it to where basically what happens is when the server kicks off, the CPU usage goes to 0%. So I think that's my way to do it. When the CPU usage hits 0%, it automatically restarts. I think that's my way to do it. When most time playing, I don't mind resetting when needed. Just need to learn where it is. It's very simple to do. You just get access to a couple of buttons that say restart, stop, and kill. Then after that, we just manually post the server status. But talking of manually starting the server status, one of these mods can be connected to Discord. Then if the server goes down, it notifies Discord. Only thing is, I don't know how that works with the server going back up. But we could potentially have automatic server status soon as well. Because it would just do it from in the game, which would be a lot easier. So I think mods are gonna be lifesavers until Pocket Pair starts to roll out more information. Or more updates, rather. But yeah. Crazy times, crazy times, crazy times. A lot to get on with. Whoop. One thing I was very intrigued to see, or to try, is if we could get a mod that would run, like, so that we could spawn like a marketeer in. We could spawn a market guy in, and players could control his inventory. That way we could technically run player-run businesses, but have our own merchants that run it for us. We would just supply the prices, the items. Like, I'd love to see if we could do that. Sorry I'm late. How's everyone doing? You all good, Chewy? I am doing a very short stream today. Probably going to be heading off any minute. We have just basically been speed running all of the stuff that we've been planning and talking about. So I don't know if you want to, once I hop off, you might want to rewatch what we spoke about if you're interested in any of the upcoming changes. But yeah, good to see you. I hope you're doing good. So yeah, I don't think anybody is in the waiting room for a chat. So I think we've pretty much covered any ideas that we have for the time being. We're going to definitely start getting to work on some of the builds. I want to change this front part personally. I like the bit we've got here, but I don't like these broken rocks. I'm wondering if we could somehow build this out a little bit more. So this is the door. You know, so there's a door here that goes up, but then the rest of this is like in the building. I'm wondering if we could do something cool like that. And then eventually we're going to start expanding our way down. But yeah, I think our next focus, as I mentioned, will probably be... Wait, did you guys put that floor in? Oh, I wonder if we could do all of this. Might worth a shot. Yeah, interesting stuff. Got a lot of crazy ideas. Every time I walk around, I think of something new. So yeah, if you've got any building ideas, please do send them over. And me and Jodo are going to be getting to work. Okay, I think that's about everything. Has anybody got any anything to say about the server or anything before I shoot off here, before I wrap things up? It would be nice if you had more freedom to delete any asset in the game or remodeling. That is actually one thing we've been working on, not only, or considering, not only being able to delete assets, but also to be able to put in our own assets. So we could, you know, put trees in places, fill out some forest areas, add some rocks to create some sort of map direction. Definitely something we're considering. Like, for example, if we could put some rocks in, then areas could be built as if they are a bit more part of the world. We're making lists to send over to you later tonight, possibly guild lists, currency ideas. Lists are great. Please send me lists. I love lists. I love lists. But yeah, I think one of the coolest things about mods is we could potentially do what we've been waiting for for Palworld to do. For example, be able to flip these to have inverted triangles, things like that. Mods can be great for that kind of thing. Also, it'd be pretty cool to be able to like destroy this wall and put like a proper, like if we could add half walls into the game. I'd love to be able to do that. Tidy the world up. Oh, also, cool thing. I'm not sure if this has been confirmed yet. He's thinking about it. But if you didn't know, when we used to play Craftopia, Rodister from the community wrote a story called Anubis Trials. And Anubis Trials was essentially a live streamer, a story about a live streamer who lives in the world of Craftopia. Just a little fun story. He dropped like weekly episodes. It was really cool. Well, recently he's got the itch to do another one. So he may be creating our own backstory. Do you guys see that? Look at the light on the left-hand side of my screen. You see that? It's like the shadows for the trees don't cover the whole screen. See how weird that looks? I've never noticed that and I don't like it. Why does it look like that? Or is it just because these trees are bugging? It's horrible. I'm sorry, I got distracted. So he may be creating a story based on this server. So it would essentially be the lore to this world. And it would be from the perspective of it'd be from the perspective of a survivor who washes up on the island, bit like Palworld's normal story, but then they discover our world. And everybody who's in the server would be like included in it. So for example, Joda could be like that they stumbled across a man by the name of Joda, like, you know, and it, like, yeah, I think it would be really cool. So that could be coming soon as well, because the cool thing about that is he can then incorporate the changes that we do over time, the new areas we build, the economy we set up, could all be included as part of the story, so that anybody who joins the world, even if they join in like a year's time, could read the history, but from a perspective of an actual story. And then maybe one day, when we can incorporate our own items or assets into the game, I kind of like the idea of having like a book stand. You know how like you get those kind of like podiums with like a book on the top? Something like that, where you could go up and read the history of our world. I think that would be super cool. And it gets his creative juices flowing to write another story. So that's another thing that might be coming, and that will all be posted within the Discord. A wild Joda in its natural habitat of building. Exactly. A lectern, yeah, that's the one. And it's the smoke monsters from the show Lost. That would be hilarious. We need to name this world still. We really do. We really do. It just feels like we got so much to like do. Boom, baby. What the? You found a nest? I had the craziest nest in the world the other day, and it's the first time I've died to a pal. The first time I've died to a fight. I was, where you find, what's the bow guys called? Robin Quill, right? I was where you find them. And I was riding around on my little chicken thing. Have I got my little chicken thing? No. I got my lucky frog though. But look, apparently he's lucky. He doesn't look that big to me. What the hell did he just... Did he just go up to my base? So I was riding around on my little speedy chicken, and I came across a nest of robin quills that were all like level 35 or something like that. And at the time I was like level late 20s, 30, something like that. And I'm telling you now, that was the most savage thing ever. I took a screenshot of it, actually. Where is it? Oh, here. Look at this. Look at them all. How the hell do you move? Look at them all. And they're all like late 30s. And when I went to ride by on my little chicken, every single one of them shot that explosive arrow that when they shoot it, it like spreads into loads of little like balls that explode. Every single one of them shot it at once. It was absolutely brutal. I died so fast. I like my 406 crossbow I found. Pretty cool. Let's go. But yeah, so a lot of changes. So feel free to send me any ideas you've got. Feel free to... Oh, who was that? It just vanished like that? Yeah, feel free to send me any ideas you got. Feel free to hit me up if you're interested in helping us keep this world going. Any building ideas, give me some of them as well. And we're going to keep these meetings going. I think our next meeting now, unless anything drastic changes where we need a meeting for it, I think our next meeting now will probably be like Sunday. Just remember, tomorrow will be a normal stream. Friday will be a day stream because I've got family visiting. So I'll be off for the evening. And then Saturday may not be any stream at all. And what you use for modding? Right now, I won't be. I don't know though. I'm not too sure. I'm talking to a guy who develops mods. So kind of going to go through and see how what their suggestion is. Well, feel free to send those ideas as well, yeah, Sean. We can rip off Pokemon some more and name it Palworld Town. I like that, that's good. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm a newbie with modding. I don't really bother with mods. And these would essentially just be like server-side mods, so I don't know if they'd be more just like scripts than like programs kind of thing. I'm not too sure. But they will give us some interest in... I don't understand why this teleport thing... I thought this teleport thing would work. Should I try it again? Let me try one more time. See if we can get it to work. So I do this to get their codes. What the? What the hell is happening? Did my thing break? Oh, the server crashed. I was wondering why the hell that wasn't working. Usually it comes up with like, executed a command. Alright, I got the restart. Also, anybody who does have control over the server right now, please, please, please remember server status. Please. Yeah, it's good. How long did we get though? We almost got 2 hours out of it. Not too bad, not too bad. Mid-trade? Did you lose it? I would suggest always giving items through a chest. Not dropping anything. Dropping is going to be mega risky. But yeah, server status absolutely needs to be posted. Although the command just didn't work then. Why the hell is my bot not working? There we go. Yeah, server status always needs to be posted just in case somebody's not in your voice chat, not in your game, whatever it is, or not in the chats. Was trading pals. Alright, cool. This seems like a pretty good time for me to hop off them. Right, we've got 15-minute restart. So just in case you're confused about the restart times, basically if the server crashes, it's pretty much every time will take 15 minutes to shut down and restart. Occasionally it does it instantly, but 99% of the time will be a 15-minute delay before restarts. If we restart it ourselves, it's usually pretty instant. Because it's then not crashing. You know? It's just turning itself off and turning itself back on again. So, all I would say is the best thing to do for the server thing, to know about the server, is to read the server status. And as long as everybody with access to restarting the server always updates the server status, then nothing can go wrong. Everyone's informed. I can help on the US side for server restarts. Awesome. Boom, babe. If you could just, if anybody wants to help, just DM me your time zone. Because we're going to basically do it based on time zone. And then if we find that any time zones are slightly lagging, then, or, you know, slightly lacking in terms of they're not on as often as somebody else, then we may rotate people out. But yeah, just send me your time zones, then I can work out make sure we've got 24-hour cover, basically. Alright, cool. Remember to send me your ideas, chat. Thank you all so much for coming by. I'm sorry for a shorter stream, but Minikaz needs me. Bless her. Hey, bad timing, Rin. I'm wrapping up. But good to see you, brother. Oh, Rin, I'm so sorry. I completely forgot that you put in a thing. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to do it before I even end stream. Wait, have I missed anybody else? No. Just today's one. Boom, 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 boom. Beautiful work. That's all it takes. I'm sending you it now, Rin. Where are you? I've lost you. I've lost you. Yeah, gotcha. Sorry, literally today I got called away for an emergency from my daughter. I seen it come through and I was like, I'll do that when I get home. And then I got home, hopped on stream, and it's like, forgot. There you go. It's done though. I've sent you a message. Check the DMs. And welcome to the world. Let's go. Alright, chat. I'll catch you guys tomorrow, alright? Normal 8 PM stream tomorrow. Friday will be a day stream, probably 1 PM. Saturday, potentially no stream at all, or I might get on for a couple of hours, but I'm away at a party Saturday, so unless I get home early and then we do a Saturday night party stream, because I will be drunk because I'm going to a party, but it's a pretty family party, so probably won't stay there like that late, but we'll see. So yeah, normal stream tomorrow. I'll catch you guys at 8 PM. Goodbye, everybody. Much love. Peace out. Please do drop a like on the way out if you haven't already. And the server should be back up within about 5 minutes. Cool. Bye, everybody. Appreciate you. Remember to send those ideas over.